The Cleveland Indians are reportedly changing the name of its baseball team after 105 years. So the decision comes after groups like the National Congress of American Indians worked for decades to try and get the name changed. But many, including the president, said the decision was, quote, cancel culture at work. DBL Nation, we got to know what you think. Should the Cleveland Indians change their name? Is this cancel culture? And that's a fair point to bring up. Go to dblvote.com to weigh in. As we're talking, you can vote and you will see the bars moving. I come from Washington, D.C. that had the Washington Redskins, which is a horrendous name, and I'm glad we finally changed it. But to me, if you culturally have a historical context of hurting a marginalized group of people and they're feeling hurt, you do something about it. That's not cancel culture. That's decades of prejudice.
Jeff, what do you think?
You're from Cleveland,
yes.
Right? And this is let me go back to the sport of it, right?
Yeah.
This is your team. You only know the Cleveland Indians,
yes.
Right? So you're like, man, I love the Cleveland Indians. How do you feel about the name being taken away? Is this all good in your eyes, or is there some sort of like historical past that you have as a kid that you're always going to remember the Cleveland Indians?
You know, the historical, that's a great question, Jeff. The historical, especially for sports fans, and I can't speak for you, but you and I are alike in so many ways. It's weird.
Well, we have the Chicago Blackhawks. So,
yeah, definitely. That too. As sports fans, I feel like sports is the first thing that you can connect with your older male adults as a kid. So when the Cavs won their title in 2000, or female, yes. I'm speaking as a boy trying to connect with your uncles and your father. So when you first have those memories, and when the Cavs won their title in 2016, when I shed tears of joy in my friend's bathroom with the door locked and the faucet on because I'm a man and I can't show emotion, I was crying because it just signified. I thought about the relationships with the people that I loved in the years of following this team and the bad seasons and the good seasons. So when they won, I wasn't thinking about the Cavaliers name and what is a Cavalier and is that a pirate? I don't think people care about the Indians. I don't think you care necessarily about the Blackhawks. You care about the memory that's attached to going to the Blackhawks games with your dad and him getting you a hot dog and you sit next to your dad and there are other adults around. You're like, I'm a grown-up. Those memories is what you care about. The name is just a way for politicians to get the phrase cancel culture out there.
But don't
go ahead, please.
Well, don't you think that if you're an Indian, you would care? If you're a Native American, you would care?
Right, no, I'm saying they care.
Yeah.
They should care. And if somebody cares, change it.
Yeah,
who cares?
I think we all agree on the panel that you change it. You know what I mean? But looking back, like to the days of being a boy, right? And then you go to those games. I don't think that's going to change my memories if the name changes to make someone else feel better. But the question I want to know, Al, you cried when the Cavs won. What'd you do when the former Cleveland Indians, they lost to the Chicago Cubs in the World Series?
I was at a bar in D.C. and. Yeah.
Come on,
that was a rough one. The only thing was it was such a great game. It was like a movie game. Game 7, rain delay, decided in the extra innings. And honestly, so many of my friends are Chicago people, including y'all, that I was really happy for y'all. And we had won the title that year, so I was like, y'all can have it.
And my son was born 2 weeks before that, so he got to see the Chicago Cubs win.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's really good. All right, let's see what you guys said. 68% said no. Should the Cleveland Indians change their name? No. Majority of you say no.
There's been dozens of name changes. Syracuse.
Oh, yeah.
St. John's. The Washington Bullets.